Let's talk Manchester United. Louis van Gaal, they lost at home to Norwich yesterday. Interesting quotes on Friday going in the build-up to the game, Crossy. But then last night he said, of course I'm worried about my job because I know that belief as a manager is very important. When you lose, the belief in the manager decreases, talking about his players in the dressing room. He said, that's happening now and I can't close my eyes to that. But I have belief in myself, but I think I can turn this around. I don't think a change of management shall bring direct success. He knows he's under pressure.
He certainly does. The more interesting quotes I thought came on Friday, because I thought I watched that press conference back, and I do not understand why a vastly experienced top-level manager would raise those sort of questions and put them on the agenda as if they were going to be then debated, which they duly were in Saturday's papers, about his future. Why would you leave yourself open to that? A shrewder manager would shrug them off and say, don't be ridiculous, we haven't lost at home this season. That was addressed by Norwich yesterday. But let's get this in context. That it was United's first home defeat, that they are fifth now in the table. I still think they'll finish top four. Yes, they are off the title pace, but did we really expect them to win the title? When United hired Louis van Gaal, you knew what they were getting. They were getting methodical, slow, tiresome football. I watched the match choice yesterday, and you get extended highlights. And the extended highlights, the producer played a blinder, frankly, to keep it in any way interesting, because it was.
They had a good chat at the end, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sarah Jane and Dwight York went on a bit.
They played a blinder, really, because to get sort of talking points out of it. I mean, Norwich, I think, had 3 attacks scored from twice from them. Fair play, it was good football, but United was slow, passing sideways, it was dull. This isn't for the long term, don't get me wrong, but to push the panic button now, I think, would be utterly bizarre. Yes, it's been a disaster falling out of the Champions League into the Europa League, but they are still in the Premier League mix, and I don't quite understand, the sort of the anger and the upset at this point. Get to February, and if they are mid-table, then we're talking. But while they're still in the top 4 mix, I don't get it. But I don't think that Louis van Gaal, I must say, will necessarily be in charge of Man United next season. It has the end feeling to it. I just feel it's too soon yet. Some of the signings have been really poor. The football is dull, disappointing, totally out of keeping with what we're used to at Manchester United. And Van Gaal, I don't think he's making particular progress, but I do think you've got to give him a while.